Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video I thought I'd take a look at where we are in terms of Sandbox land sale. So Sandbox land sales started actually this time last year, so we've had pretty much 12 months of pretty continuous kind of land selling from the Sandbox. And it's a bit, I think it's interesting to dig into. So this is kind of currently what we have. These are the different, each one of these is an NFT, different sizes. So this is the first section that went, that was bought, this area here, and then basically it's kind of gone round in a clockwise direction. So this area then was purchased for the big Atari area and whale shark, well-known NFT collector, and then later on in 2020 we've seen this area being purchased. So we can go in and we can look at kind of the land here, and we can see some of these have been kind of given away, and people can if they have these big estates can kind of stick an image on it. So we have some kind of blockchain games companies, Shaun the Sheep, which I never really understood. We have this Planet Rift here. This is some guys who are trying to make a game within the Sandbox, a big game. So they've kind of collected all this land together, and we have some weird things like Chucky's wife of Chucky there. I don't know why she's there, but yeah. So that all this kind of stuff is around, and kind of one of the things people are thinking about is depending on the location of some of these areas, the land might get more expensive. I'm yet to be convinced by that. I'm probably convinced that some of these areas are not going to be, you're not going to want to be next to some of these. I wouldn't necessarily say kind of which ones, but some of these I wouldn't buy land necessarily next to some of these brands. But maybe that's just my yeah, Care Bear one will be interesting. He wants to be next to Care Bears. Anyway, so this is what's been selling. We can see these areas here. So these are interesting. So Binance, the big centralized exchange, has actually bought a whole bunch of land. I think 4,000 units, and no one quite knows what they're going to do with it. Presumably they're going to give them away somehow. But they have these areas. I mean, some has been sold around them, but these blocked out ones are for Binance to do something with. So it's kind of been pretty successful. That all the land sales have sold out, and progressively they're selling out faster and faster. So from that point of view, it's been good business. About almost $2 million worth of value, I think. I've done a calculation. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But the other thing to point out is there is a lot more land. So only 30% of the land has been currently sold. So you can imagine this is like less than a third of what it's going to, the whole size. So just imagine how big it's going to be. I don't know if the land is going to fill in here. I assume it probably must do. I assume the land is basically this square, and it's going to be filled in. But that's mathematically that doesn't look right, like there's enough land around. If that's a third, and you've got 2/3 to go, I don't think that's enough. Depends on the area. Areas can often be a bit disguised. I mean, there's quite a big area up here, isn't there? Anyway, we will see how that goes. So let's go and have a look at two other things I want to show you. So let's have a quick look at the numbers that have been going on through these land sales. Okay, I'm sorry, we are in a spreadsheet. I do love a good spreadsheet. So I've been doing a bit of research, just trying to track down what's been going on. Haven't managed to track it down for everything, but yeah, just having a look at F1 Delta Time and the Sandbox, how their sales have been going. While we're here, we can look at the F1 Delta Time has done $2.2 million worth of value in its various NFT crate sales, that sort of thing. Obviously, this price depends on exactly the price of crypto now. Obviously, not obviously, but at the time of this video, ETH is bombing up towards $700. So this is the price at each point. So if Animoca Brands, the company behind this, haven't cashed in their ETH, then obviously this has gone up a lot in value since March 2019. Anyway, the Sandbox. So we've had the first land sale, second land sale, third land sale was Atari. We had this weird moon sale, 6 waves of that. We had the 4.1 land sale. We had the Binance special sale. We had the 4.2 land sale, and then we had the 4.3 version 1 land sale where the server crashed, and then they've just finished 4.3 version 2 land sale. So I'm not quite sure how much the first land sale sold for. Can't find out any numbers on that. If anyone knows, let me know. Then we have second land sale was 200,000, third land sale was 450, moon sales to 245,000, 4.1 land sale 250,000. Binance, they got 4,000. We have no idea what they paid for that, or if that was part of their deal with they launched the Sand token. on their launch pad, so that may be part of that. I don't know if they paid up front for that, so potentially there's more money in there. Second land sale, $237,000, and then the 4.3 version 2 was announced as 450. I don't know if that, I assume that accounts for all of it. So I'm assuming 4.3 version 1 is accounted for in this total. Could be wrong on that. This is the amount of land that was sold each time. Again, I'm not quite sure what happened with 4.3 because they did sell some in 4.3. Didn't say how much. So that, I assume this was the total allocation. They may have increased the allocation, so it may be more than that. But so 37% of the land has been sold, as far as I can make out, which means we still have 100,000 kind of left. So 63% left. So it's been interesting that over time these land sales have gone really well, and they have actually sold. A third is quite a substantial amount. I was a little bit skeptical when they were selling these very small amounts that they could scale it up, but they've done a really good job about keeping demand in, active. But they've still got, they've got, 2/3 for whatever they've sold. They've got 2 times more of that to sell. So it'd be interesting to see how they kind of decide to sell that. And the other thing that's worth looking at is what is the price of this land selling for. So people are coming in and buying this land. But how's the price been? What's been happening to the price? So let's go and have a quick look at that. Okay, so I'm on OpenSea, the big marketplace for Ethereum-based NFTs. So we can see here I've ordered this cheapest in order of cheapest. This one is actually on auction, so this is currently going for 0.2 ETH, but this has got 2 days left on the auction. The cheapest one you can just buy, looking like this one. 0.5 ETH. Trying to do the calculation on what that is, that's going to be about 100, just over $100 now. The ETH price is shooting up, so obviously that impacts things. These are going for about $100 now, so $100 for one of those lands. I'm trying to remember when I bought my first land a year ago. I think it was 0.2 ETH. That seems to be something that sticks in my head. 0.2 ETH. Oh no, actually I bought one recently for 0.2 ETH when ETH was probably, so that's for about $80. So actually the price is, the ETH price is dropping, but because the ETH dollar price is going up so much, that's kind of compensating for that. Obviously, when you're buying any of this land, you need to look to see on the coordinates, and then you need to go back to the map and see exactly kind of where it is, and that you're happy with the position. So there already is some sort of I think there already is some sort of price discrimination, depending on where this land exactly is. But you can see there's a lot of land. There's a lot of land for roughly the same price. So people have bought this. Lots of people have lots of land, and now they're trying to kind of sell it off. So there's quite a lot of optionality here, we could say. So if you wanted to buy some land, okay, it's going to cost you maybe over $100, but you have quite a lot of choice in where it's going to be. Obviously, the game is not live yet, so it's a little bit speculative. I wouldn't encourage anyone to buy land, particularly at the moment. I do think there is going to be downward pricing still on land because there's been so much speculative activity around the sales, and there's still a lot. There's still a lot more land to go, and I think there will be another land sale in the next few months. So there's still more land is going to be available, and I don't think there's an awful lot of supply, really. I don't think there is, because the Sandbox game isn't live yet. There's not a lot of people going, oh, I need to buy some land in the Sandbox to actually do something in the game. So that'll be the interesting point, if that demand can be created, because that's obviously the point at which prices will start going up. So obviously not investment advice, but that would be my view on things. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we play blockchain games and we dig into the data and we try and make sense of it all. Sometimes more successfully than others, it has to be said. But thanks for watching the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you again soon.